Alright everyone, today I'm here to inform you and educate you on the concept of stocks. Basically, I want you guys to walk out of here with a better understanding of stocks, how they function, why they're sold, what they are, and why it should matter to you. So I want you to walk out of here with a better understanding of that. So, did you know that every day $5.1 trillion are traded on the stock market? That's according to BusinessInsider.com. Knowing how the markets function can be essential to understanding the economy and can be essential to understanding things like 401ks in your own life. That's why this is important to know. First, you'll need to know what stocks are. Basically, stocks are fractional shares of a company, and when you buy a share of a stock, you become a fractional owner of that company. So, say a stock is $20. You spend $20 on that stock, you now own one share of a company. A company can have 1 million shares, 10 shares, just all varies by company. So when you buy that stock, you're now a fractional owner of the company, so you can attend meetings and you'll want to keep up to date with the day-to-day operations and the goals of the company for the future. Now, stocks are traded millions of times a day on stock markets. An example you probably will have heard of is the New York Stock Exchange. So while we're at school or while we're at work, when the stock market's open all day, they're making trades. People on Wall Street are trading all day long while we're not even aware that's happening. They're at it all day. Because stocks are a valuation of a company, the stakeholders' goal and the executives of that company's goal would be to raise the value of the stock. Essentially, the value of the company is going up, so the evaluation of that stock is going to rise. A lot of executives, their pay is tied to the valuation of the stock, so if it goes up, they can reach incentives, which sometimes can be a large portion of their pay. So now that I've covered the basics of stocks, how they work and what they are basically, I'm next going to cover why do companies sell stocks? Okay. So the main reason that a company would sell stock is they want to raise funding. So most of the time when companies, go to raise stocks or go to raise funding for their company through stocks, they're a smaller company. So companies like Apple and Microsoft, their IPOs were a long time ago. So basically the company is going to want to start, they're going to, offer their IPO very early because their whole goal is to raise funding. They want to raise this funding to be able to expand their company. So they're gonna raise money to expand their company or for research and development to reach other parts of the country that they're not hitting, and basically just to raise the value of their company by raising funding that they then reinvest in the company. So how the company sells stocks, you may have heard me talk about the IPO. The IPO is the initial public offering. So they're going to go to, file the necessary paperwork with the stock exchange. They're going to post the initial public offering. That's the initial price that the stock is posted at to buy. So just for example, say a company that had a semi-recent IPO was Uber or Lyft. Say their IPO is $10. That's the price of the very first shares of the company that will be publicly traded on the stock market. So they're going to make that IPO with the stock market, and then that makes the shares publicly available to trade. They're now a publicly traded company, and anyone, me or you, can go buy the share, trade it, buy, sell, things like that. So that's why the companies sell stock, but why does that matter to you? So one of the most important reasons why stocks, how they work, how they function is important to you would be because of 401ks. So basically, the 401k would be a type of retirement plan offered through your company, and you're going to put money into it while you work there, and that's going to help you save for retirement, but it's all invested in the stock market. And depending on the company, they can have a company match, so they'll match up to 3% or 5%, and that's them matching your investment. So it's essentially free money that they're matching because you're going through them in their 401k plan. Why it's important to understand that is that can help you save for retirement, and the more you understand it, you're going to be able to utilize it better. And this is important because 90% of companies offer a 401k. This is according to the SHRM 2017 Employee Benefits Report. I found this on betterment.com. In summary, stocks can seem complicated, but with just a little bit of learning, anyone can understand stocks, how they function. It just takes a little bit of knowledge. And hopefully with the information I gave you today, you're more informed on stocks, how they function, why companies sell stocks, things like that.